Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to Bartlett Arbor Supply. In today's video, we will be hitting on gear harness, your setups and things like that. Specifically, we'll be looking at my setup. There was a request on there, so that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be looking at how I organize and what I need to accomplish the tree. All right guys, so getting right down to it. Throughout the climbs, throughout every tree, it is different, okay? Not all trees require the same amount of tools. You know, maybe you don't even use the tools, and that's fine, right? Some people like to keep the most bare bones setups, and that's great, that's fine, that's cool. You know, if you know you can accomplish a job without the use of heavy tools or anything like that, that's cool, that's great. But there are those, such as myself, who are gear enthusiasts, and we like to trick our harnesses out, you know, something to resemble like a Louis Vuitton belt. To that point, everything you see on my harness is part of my main kit. So everything that I do keep on in my bag, and it's not always on the harness, right? Most of the times what I do is what we all do, we look at the tree, we see the task at hand, deadwood removal, whatever it is, you know, or crown reduction. You're gonna look at the tree and you're gonna say, okay, grab your main kit, and then you're gonna just, okay, I'll need this, I'll need that, throw it on as needed. And that's what I do, you know, same thing as everybody else. So if I know I'm going to be rigging, my mini rig setup is always on me here, or I get it and I stow it on there. But, you know, depending on the task, I've got a rescue sender with a webbing carabiner, and that's mainly to keep me on rope if I am climbing on stationary rope system. And if I know that I'm not going to be needing to do anything like that, that the whole tree is easily done without having to come off rope, then I usually keep a snake tail and a couple of these accessories on there. So on here's a Pinto Rig and 2 Carabiners. This is mainly for my MRS redirects. Thanks to a buddy of mine showed me that trick. I really enjoyed it and I love it. So that's what that's intended for. Now jumping off to this side, we've got an akimbo. I don't always climb on mechanical, but I keep this little guy on me for like dragon tail redirects, or if I decide to ascend on the akimbo and just do a system transfer up in the canopy. You know, that's kind of how I roll. It's my style, it's what I like to do. And if the akimbo is not on there, I throw a Prusik and a ring with an extra carabiner, mainly just for backups. If something was to fail, if my Prusik was going south, I have an extra one where I can lanyard in safely, reconfigure with another Prusik, and I can still continue my job. Or I can just tie a Blake stitch, right? I do have a med pouch kit here. I do have a micro pulley, so if I needed to rescue or if I need to do something crazy, self-rescue pulley right here, and good luck charm right here, my Eevee. Got to catch them all. Now, moving off, I've got my lanyard set up. I know in a previous video, I've shown it before, so if you wanted to take a look at that, we'll include the link down below, and you can check that out. But it's a mini MRS system, mini SRS system, whatever you want to call it. This is an 18-footer. I primarily like long lanyards because of how I make it work for me and my climbing system. Can't forget to mention the recoil too. Chainsaw. Front side, just standard, double bridge, 2 rings. I like having 2 bridges. That's my thing. I like it. And I've got 2 carabiners as accessories. Now the main purpose of those is for my rig setups. So if I know I'm rigging, I'll switch my mini rig to my front, because I know I'm gonna need it soon to set up an anchor point, or for my rigging line. And I have them on both, so if I'm positioning this way, I can take the rig line, clip it in, go get to where I need to rig off, or if I'm on this side, I can do the same thing. But that's what my harness entails. Hopefully you guys, you know, take something away from it. And if you got feedback, let us know down below. Don't forget to subscribe and that like button. Thanks for checking us out. Climb safe.